Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have no idea how the sound quality is going to be sounding because I forgot to bring my mini microphone because I'm actually not at home filming this, but yeah, hopefully you're still able to hear me. But I'm just gonna get straight into this video. So in this video I wanted to give you some manifestation advice regarding, honestly, manifesting whatever, but since a lot of you are here manifesting an SP, I do want to give you advice in regards to that. Okay, so the first note that I have written here, I have like a whole page of advice written here, is that you have to deeply internalize that there are infinite versions of your person. Okay, there's infinite versions of reality because there are infinite parallel realities occurring simultaneously. That's why there's infinite versions of your person. Okay, and you will start seeing, evidence or signs of them interacting differently. When you start manifesting anything to be different, you will start seeing signs of that thing changing, which means that you are shifting realities. We're shifting in and out of realities billions of times every second. I actually don't know what the number is. I think it's actually been studied by science or metaphysics. Okay, but the truth is we are constantly shifting in and out of realities. Okay, so that's why infinite parallel realities do exist. Sometimes you may see behavioral changes in things or people around you. Okay, so that's something that I wanted to point out regarding manifesting. If you're manifesting something specific with a specific person, you might see people around you reflect that behavior back to you. You're manifesting love or relationships, you'll see people get into relationships. You'll see more love come into your life. Actually, it could happen in different forms, right? Like, it's even if you're manifesting romantic love, maybe you'll find, because you've been working on yourself, you've been working on your self-concept, doing the inner work, whatever you want to call it, you will see, more people will want to be around your energy. Even your relationships with your platonic friends could get deeper. Okay, people will want to, do whatever it is that you're trying to manifest with your specific person. You might see signs of that happening through other people. Now, I want to say, just because you don't see that happening right away, like even if you don't see any signs, you don't see behavioral changes in people around you, doesn't mean it's not working. It's always working. Okay, sometimes, like, our mind has like a genius way of making things happen in our reality. Okay, you don't really need to spend time figuring that out. I feel like a lot of people spend time trying to figure out, okay, like, they like to micromanage every single little thing, and it's like, okay, your brain already has this like genius plan that it's laid out. It's infinitely intelligent. Let it do its work. It's okay if, like, these ideas pop up, but at the end of the day, you have to tell yourself, I trust whatever's happening. I trust that everything that's happening is happening for me to get exactly what I want. Okay, everything's a bridge of incidents that's leading me to where I want to be. Okay, and the other thing I wanted to point out is that you have not been rejected by your SP. If you are manifesting a specific person and you see that, they get with someone else, they rejected you, they ghosted you, they said they don't want to talk to you, that's not actually rejection. And hear me out. You're actually being protected from an undesirable version of them, because that's not the version you want to be with anyways, the one that's saying all these weird things, the one that's not showing up for you, right? That's why rejection doesn't actually exist, because there exists another reality where you are together with your SP and you're together with the best version of them. So whenever you do manifest a specific person, make sure you are manifesting being with the best version of them. You don't just want your SP. You don't just want a text from that SP who maybe wasn't communicating with you as much, wasn't supporting you as much. Like, even if they were fine, maybe they didn't necessarily do anything bad, anything wrong, like, you should still like set high standards for yourself. Okay, I'm just this is general advice here. And see them as like the most desirable version of themselves, someone who's always after you, someone who appreciates your value words, someone who's always texting you, someone who's always trying to see, what they're consistently talking to you, they're showing that they really care about you. Okay, so again, that's why rejection doesn't exist. You can assume the best version of your SP is manifesting you. Okay, which is why you may be getting thoughts to recreate them. If you get thoughts of like, oh, you know what, I want my SP to do this. I want my SP to spoil me. I want my SP to take me out here. I want my SP to, like insert thing that implies that they're the most favorable version of themselves, right? Then, that's, you could assume that, like, there's a higher, better version of them that's trying to reach out to you. You don't have to do that, because in your reality only you can manifest unless you think others can manifest you. But anytime you get these thoughts of like, okay, I want someone, like you start getting thoughts of your SP doing this like high favorable thing, stick to that and realize that, okay, maybe there is a version of them. You're tapping into that reality, that parallel reality, whatever you want to call it, that timeline where they're acting the way that you want them to act. And that's a sign that it's working. Like, if you're doing this work and you're thinking of all these, like, positive things, like, oh, we could be doing this. So, like, you walk by, like, the park, you see, like, a cute couple, like, oh, that's me and SP on a date. You see, like, someone else around you getting engaged, married, be like, oh, yeah, that's my SP. Like, they gave me the most amazing proposal ever. We're in, like, the most beautiful, happy, healthy, committed relationship. Anything positive that happens around you, assume that it's happening between you and them, okay? You and your SP. So, yeah. If you see them showing up as an undesirable version of themselves, think of it as a purge of an undesirable reality or circumstances. Think like, okay, you know what? I don't want this reality. This reality is being, like, I'm swiping left on this reality. Like, this reality is purging out of, my belief system, my timeline, because there's infinite realities that are happening, right? So just be like, okay, not in my reality. I'm only focused on the reality that, where I'm in this happy, desirable, or happy, committed, fulfilling, loving relationship with this person. You really, really have to stand on business when you see something undesirable, and don't let it get to you. Do whatever you have to do at the moment. Cry it out, be angry, whatever. Try not to react in the 3D. Go out for a walk. There's ways to, like, process things, do whatever works best for you. Okay, everyone's different, everyone processes things differently, but I would say get back on top of affirming. See that this is just the bridge of incidents that's leading you to your full manifestation. I really like that more than anything. Everything is a bridge of incidents leading me to my manifestation, because I feel like if you have to constantly revise every single thing, that can get exhausting. And that's just me personally. If you want to revise that thing didn't happen, that's fine, you can do that. I know that technique works for some people. I just personally say, you know what, no, I don't accept this version of them. But I know that this is the bridge of incidents. I'm kind of like combining it, because sometimes, like, yeah, in my reality, I have had SPs do things that were less than favorable, and I'm just like, you know what, I don't want them to act this way. So I would tell myself, okay, this is the bridge of incidents, but it's also it's showing me what I don't want, and then I got clear on what it is that I don't want, and like they never, like the SP that I was manifesting, like never started acting like that again. So just tell yourself, like, okay, this is like a mix between like the bridge of incidents and but it's also showing me what I don't want. It's also like a reality that I don't want being purged out. Okay. Yeah, and the other point that I wanted to make is that reality is malleable, and that nothing is set in stone. Anything and everything can change. They could go from not giving you the time of day to blowing up your phone, consistently wanting to see you, and fully committing to you, like, in the next day, like literally 24 hours from watching this video. It could happen any day, anytime. It doesn't even matter if, like, the 3D showing you, oh, they're with someone else, they've posted with someone else. None of that stuff matters, because you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes, and you have to trust that everything that's going on behind the scenes is happening for you, okay? So, yeah. The other tip that I wanted to give you, I just wanted to give you some self-concept affirmations. I have already shared these on my channel, but nothing wrong with sharing them again. It is safe for me to receive love and keep love. Say that as a self-concept affirmation. It is safe for you to be in the relationship of your dreams with someone you like and are attracted to. Someone that is showing up for you the way that you deserve. You are unforgettable and irreplaceable. You've always been that way. You only attract the versions of people that are fully committed to you and fully emotionally available for you. Okay? You only attract people with the same perspective of life, maybe the same level of consciousness. Get clear about that. Same level of maturity, same financial blueprint, okay? Get really specific about these things. actually that's something that I also noticed on my journey when I was manifesting SPs. I realized like, oh, okay, like, you know, maybe I should have been more specific about this thing. I think the, you know, financial blueprint thing is very important. Okay, how do you want the relationship to look like? How does, you know, your day-to-day look like? Where are you staying? Where are you living? How do you communicate? How do you work things out? Okay, make sure you're manifesting that they have the same level of, like, you know, interest, mutual interest to solve things as you, same level of, like, you know, consciousness, maturity. Someone that you don't have to explain yourself to, they just get you, right? Like, I mean, that kind of is like a love assumption. You're just like changing their mind by thinking different thoughts about them, right? So it doesn't matter who they were before. It doesn't matter if they were the worst people ever. It doesn't matter if they were a player. It doesn't matter if, you know, it doesn't matter. I'm not even gonna like list negative you know, scenarios, because all of that can be changed, and you have to understand that people can and do change. That's how you really truly recreate an SP, that they can change. Even if you can't see it right now, you can't visualize it, you can't believe it, that's okay. Just stick to the notion that people can and do change. And if people can do that, your SP can do that, because we're all one consciousness experiencing the world through a different lens. We're all connected. Nothing is set in stone. No one is that stubborn that they can't change. In fact, the only like stubbornness here is your stubbornness to refuse to, you know, accept that change is possible. People are only stubborn because you are stubborn about how you're perceiving them. Okay? You need to become a little bit more flexible in terms of seeing things in a different light. And it's okay if you don't believe it. Just write it down that, oh, you know, this person is like the most loving person ever. It doesn't matter if they haven't texted you in months. This person's obsessed with you. They're blowing up your phone. They worship the ground you walk on. Okay? It doesn't matter. Just say it even if you don't believe it. Okay? Say that you're together. Say that, like, okay, and make it work for you. Maybe like say something like, okay, yeah, we might not be together now, but I know that we will be together, and I trust and I believe and I have faith that that's possible. Okay? The only thing is, like, you know, try not to keep getting upset at the things that they did. I know, like, some of us can feel really angry and feel resentment towards them, but again, like, that was your perception of them that caused them to show up that way. And you can, all you need to do is change your perception. Do whatever it takes to change your perception. Write it down 100 times in your notebook if need be. Okay? Visualize, meditate, listen to subliminals, do all of the above. Okay? It will become an unconscious habit, or it will become an unconscious thing. You will start seeing them in a different light, even if you don't believe it at first. Okay, a lot of us, like, when we learned our ABCs, we had no idea what we were saying. Words were just coming out of our mouth. We didn't actually deeply internalize what that meant. We would just mimic what our parents or the people around us were doing, right? And then, you know, we grew up, we got a little bit older, we got more experienced, and then we realized what these words actually mean, right? So that's literally how manifestation is. You might not believe it at first. You don't even need to believe it actually throughout the whole process. It just needs to be ingrained in your system. You know how, like, sometimes people would do things that, like, surprised you, like they would do nice things for you, and you're just like, whoa, I wasn't expecting this to happen, and you were pleasantly surprised, right? Like, that should be like a recurring thing. I love that as an affirmation. I'm consistently pleasantly surprised by what life has to offer. People are just consistently pleasantly surprising me. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna end the video right here. I do want to let you know that I offer manifestation coaching. I also custom make subliminals, and I do have a guide out on my Etsy that you can use to manifest specific person love, or like just like love in general, soulmate love. Do check that out. And yeah, if you're interested in any of the other services I have to offer, like I said, I do tarot readings, manifestation coaching. I have some, like, you know, digital downloads you can use to manifest. I also have a Patreon, a group that you can join if you're trying to manifest your specific person through self-concept affirmations and neuroscience. If you're interested in any of these services, check out my website, which will be in the description box below. And yeah, I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Love and light.